Hello everyone, Dr. Mandell with you. I want to share something so interesting. It's a study, but I want to preach what I practice, talking about the avocado, the most healthiest thing you could ever eat, monounsaturated fatty acids. The study here is briefly just about replacing the saturated fats, what people like to eat, particularly throughout the world. I know here in the U.S., living on refined foods, saturated fats, trans fats, all the things you don't want. So here is what we want to talk about, the old avocado. And our purpose here is lowering the cholesterol and triglycerides. And what's interesting about this study, this is going to do it. And this is all from the American Heart Association. And you can see here the plaque buildup that goes on here. But this was all about researchers, about 45 healthy overweight or obese patients between the ages of 21 and 70 were put on 3 different cholesterol-lowering diets. These participants consumed an average diet consisting of 34% of calories from fat, 51% carbohydrates, 16% protein for 2 weeks prior to starting one of the following cholesterol-lowering diets. Lower fat diet without avocado, moderate fat diet with avocado, and moderate fat diet with 1 avocado per day. That was what the study was all about. The 2 moderate fat diets both provided 34% of calories as fat, 17% of the calories from monounsaturated fatty acids, whereas the lower fat diet provided 24% of calories as fat. That's 11% of the monounsaturated fatty acids. Now, each participant consumed each of these 3 test diet for 5 weeks. These participants were randomly sequenced through each of these 3 diets. What's really interesting is the researchers compared the average baseline American diet. The low density lipoprotein, the so-called bad cholesterol, was 13.5 milligrams lower after consuming the moderate fat diet that included an avocado. The LDL, which also was lower on the moderate fat diet without the avocado, 8.3 milligrams, and the lower fat diet, 7.4 milligrams. Through these results, obviously, was not as striking as the avocado diet. Now, the key thing here is that the several additional blood measurements that were taken, which is quite astonishing to me, that all across the board were looking at the total cholesterol, the triglycerides, the small, dense LDLs, the non-HDL cholesterol, as well as the other ones, were all affected. That were great because all of these came down. Now, what does this tell us? Well, let me see if I can make my way back here again. I thought I wanted to throw this in there with you because, we are what we eat, and this is really interesting. We're talking about, statin drugs and what it can do and how it can reduce cholesterol, but eat those veggies. There's no question that's going to do good for you. This really tells us something. It tells us that eat healthy foods. Now, many people out there are afraid to eat fattening foods because they think that they're going to gain weight and stay away from fat, but those monounsaturated fatty acids are the healthiest thing for the cardiovascular system. It will lower blood pressure, lower triglycerides, lower the LDLs, increase the HDLs, lower total cholesterol. It will help you tremendously. I just hope that you will take that for what it's worth. I hope that you will subscribe to this channel. Many great videos on my channel, well over 1,000. Great cutting-edge nutrition as well as self-help videos, which I think will help you tremendously pertaining to musculoskeletal injuries. Check me out on Facebook, Motivational Doc. Leave your comments below, and most important, make it a great day. Bye-bye now.